The play-in game matches the 8th and 9th place teams in the CAA, and the Pirates will be some very interested scoreboard watchers if they lose this game here tonight. If they win tonight, it assures them that they will not play in the play-in game. But if they lose tonight and James Madison beats George Mason, and Madison has Mason at home at the Convocation Center in Harrisonburg, the Pirates will fall into the play-in game and have to play on Wednesday night, and they would match up with VCU in that scenario. So they want to do what they can here in this next 20 minutes and not have to play until Friday. But if the play-in game is what their fate is, they'll have to go up there and win that first one and play the second one on Friday. There you can see, look at the standings.
That's the other side of the coin there, Jeff. Wilmington playing so well this year, tied with William and Mary at 12-3 in the conference, and there's the bottom. ECU, JMU, and American, and VCU all trying to stay out of that play-in game.
Americans really hit on tough times. They've lost 7 in a row. Second half begins. Pirates with the basketball. Meadows going baseline, kicks it to the right side. Parham's got the open look, and he drills the three.
That's a big one for the Pirates. They shot only 3 of 9 from three-point range in the first half, while Wilmington shot an amazing 64% from beyond the arc. The Pirates can really use some outside game.
Now the Seahawks with the basketball right in front of us here at Trask, and that's too hard. But look at Kozinets, battle inside, jump hook, wouldn't go. Rebound cleared by Raphael Edwards. Kozinets starts, but he only plays 16 minutes a game, so he's not out there all that much. Jerry Wainwright really likes to shuffle the troops. He's got 10 players averaging in double figures. Great move by Dink. The ball wouldn't go down. He'll go to the line. That's one of the better moves Peters has made all year.
Yeah, he showed Oleg Kozinets how they do it up in Washington, D.C. Dink really showing some nice head fakes there. Yeah, Dink really never does much of a fake because he really can't get his body going that quickly. But just that little move up with the arms, the ball fake gets Kozinets out of position here, and we'll see it. He goes right to the bucket here. You can see it on the replay.
The big fella's at the line. Free throw's good. Dink's got 8, 56%er. Played his junior college basketball at San Jacinto. Dink's got 22 block shots this year, which is a little bit surprising. He's 7th in the CAA in blocks with 22.
But these two teams are the 2 worst teams in the conference in terms of block shots.
Peters hits the next one. Old Dominion by far and away the best block shot team. They've got 156 blocks. They're averaging 6.5 blocks a game. They're very athletic on that front line.
Cal Baldler, the top rebounder in the league, also the top block shot man.
Donlin takes it to the basket, and he's pushed. Aliko Dunk will get it for the Pirates. That's Aliko's first.
They walked around giving out pizzas to the student section here. Maybe that'll keep them preoccupied for a little bit of the second half tonight, Jeff.
Here's Simmons with it. He'll hit it from the left side and miss it. Here's Simmons. Gets the rebound. Donlin in the paint. Throws it up and hits it. He's got 7.
You know, you just don't do yourself any favors when you fail to block out a shooter after he takes a 3 like that.
Aliko's wide open. Wouldn't go. Dink inside, muffles and misses, and he's fouled. Peters has been a factor in this game tonight, Fred.
And he's really kept his head in a hostile atmosphere. Dink has just been so cool tonight, doing exactly what Joe Dilly wants him to do. You know, find the offensive rebounds, and if you can't score, find your way to the line and make the free throws count. And here's a look at him really in between 2 Seahawks, using those massive arms of his to fight the guys off and come up with the ball.
Peters at the line. Free throw is an air ball. Well, he'll hear it from the fans now on that one.
Yeah, Dink is not a great free throw shooter, but you don't see him do that. The students are really savoring that air ball by Dink Peters. I don't think the big guy will let it bother him, though. Trying to shake it off there.
Next one airborne, good.
Yeah.
Dink's got 10. 47-43. Pirates are down 4 with 18:23 to go. Hanging right in there with the Seahawks.
We talked about it at halftime. The Pirates would love to come up with some turnovers here in the second half and trying to put some more defensive pressure on the Hawks.
Kozinets fades, hits it.
The Belarus Bear with a sweet touch.
6-point game. Wilmington trying to change their defense here as the Pirates look to set up. There's Peters, double team. Back to Raphael.
Yeah, Seahawks very aware of Dink underneath, trying to deny him.
Big fella muscles in and scores. They call him for a traveling ball, and he can't believe it.
You probably could have called Wilmington for a reach-in any number of 4 or 5 times there. Instead, they get Dink for steps, and well, you could really see it there, Jeff. Jerry Wainwright very concerned about Dink Peters being able to get it done in the low post. Here's a look at the replay. We'll see if Dink did have some steps.
They are very concerned with the big fella.
He may have shuffled his feet a little bit, but not any more than you see Patrick Ewing do. Night in and night out in the NBA.
That's the NBA. This is the CAA. There's Donlin going to the baseline. Missed another layup. That's 3 layups he's missed.
Yeah, but too many times the Pirates are allowing little guys to get inside and come up with short shots.
Meadows pushes, finds Parham. Wide open 3, too hard. Rebound, Edwards inside, going up strong. Whistle, he's hacked on the iron, and Raphael's going to the line. I'll tell you, you really have to hand it to the Pirates. Trey, things have been tough. It's been a disappointing season. They've never quit. Look how hard they're playing tonight. They played really, really hard on Wednesday when they lost to William and Mary, and it's because of that guy right there, Joe Dooley, a fiery individual. These guys have never given up on Joe, never given up on themselves, and they're playing really hard again here tonight.
There's another look at Raphael going up strong in the lane. They called no shot here, foul before the shot as he takes it on Kojanets. And you know well, one of the big reasons that things have been so discouraging for the Pirates in the last 3 ball games is the fact that they have just not been getting the calls in the second half. And Joe Dooley says, you know, you could blame the referees in the back of your mind, but if you do that, you're really cheating yourself because you've got to put the effort forth.
Traveling on Pratt, give it right back to the Pirates as East Carolina is down 6 now. Here of late, this is when the Pirates have had problems. About 5 minutes into the second half, the games have been getting away from them. Let's see if they can continue to hang in here and stay close, if not take the lead here in the next few minutes.
Well, in the second half of the game between these 2 teams up in Greenville, UNC Wilmington was leading by 1 point with about 8 minutes to go, and it's at that point that Wilmington put together an 8-0 run and really kind of ran away with the game. And so Joe Dooley wants to, kind of keep the momentum on the Pirates end, and definitely not let UNC Wilmington go on any type of run here.
Pirates are down 6. Wilmington's got the ball. This is Donlin.
.32 on 32 again, and Raphael Edwards doing a good job of denying Keith Spencer a path to the bucket.
Donlin going to the baseline. Finds Spencer.
Running out of shot clock.
And Edwards, short, did not hit the rim. Shot clock expires, give it back to the Pirates.
That's big for the Pirates. That's big for Joe Dooley's team to come up with a stop there simply through defensive pressure. And it's always, uplifting situation when you just don't allow a team to get a shot off within the time allotted on the shot clock.
Parham will bring it into the forecourt. Find Raphael. Edwards and Spencer matched up. They've known each other for a long time. They go back to their schoolyard days in New York. This is Othello Meadows. Finds Blackwelder. Wouldn't go. Alphonse battles inside and hooks it in.
Well, the big guy didn't give up on that shot by Garrett Blackwelder, which looked like it had a chance to roll in. And Alphonse, not wanting to get an offensive goaltending call, waited around and used those long arms to corral it.
This time his leap the first time, but got the ball back with those long arms. 49-45. Pirates are down just 4.
They got Alphonse in the middle, almost playing a kind of one-man zone there. He's not going to let anyone drive the lane. Have to deal with his long arms.
Out of the corner, the shot by Byington wouldn't go. Flying through the air, we got a whistle and a foul called.
That's
on Tedder Pratt. We'll get it. Pratt will get his second foul.
Yeah, Pratt's been kind of quiet here. First 5 minutes of the second half after being the man for Wilmington in the first half.
We got a timeout called. 15-20 to go in the game. The Seahawks lead the Pirates by 4, and we're coming right back. Welcome back to Trask Coliseum. The Pirates come up with the stick back here, Trey, from Alphonse.
We talked about Fonz mistimed his first jump, but he got a fortunate bounce there, able to put it back in. And Fonz is playing his first game here at Trask Coliseum, the redshirt freshman.
He was an interested spectator last year when he was sitting out.
Another look at it here. Nice job on the offensive glass.
Back to live action. The Pirates with the ball. They're down 4, and there's the jumper by O. Stan Simmons at 5'11", Skies for the rebound.
During the last timeout, Simmons changed his shoes for the second time in the second half. I don't know if he's having some ankle problems or he didn't have his lucky shoes on, but they had to do a quick change in the last timeout.
Seahawks with the ball, and this is Stan Simmons. And Parham reaches in and makes the steal. Tony will kick it to Meadows. Another 3 by O. Nope. Alphonse had it, lost it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Seahawk ball off Van Eerlen.
Well, O has not been too far off on these three-pointers. If he can start stroking it here, it'll give the Pirates a big lift.
There's a look at the 7-footer out of the Netherlands, Alphonse Van Eerlen, as Billy Donlin brings it up against Garrett Blackwelder. Donlin stops and pops.
He's way off on that.
He can miss some, I'll tell you. And just when you lay off of him, then he'll drill one on you.
Boy, O would really like to get off and finally hit a 3 here. Yes!
He keeps shooting, and finally, one goes, his second 3 of the night.
You know, some real emotion in Othello's voice when I talked to him on Thursday about how he and Tony Parham especially, after going 0-3 in this building, want to pick up a win at Trask Coliseum before they take off the purple and gold and their career's over with.
Cuts the lead to 1. Simmons going baseline over Alphonse. He bothered the shot in the rebound to Garrett Blackwelder.
Yeah, you can see it there, Jeff. Fonten's really made him change the shot.
Parham for a 3. Nope. And look at Simmons. Sky for that rebound again.
Yeah, 5'11". He really plays above his height. Pirates have worked really hard here in the second half on defense.
Spencer couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, inside to Green. Spencer misfires again. The rebound to Meadows, ahead to Parham.
The two senior guards have really looked to push the action the last couple times down the court.
Blackwelder hits the 3 out of the corner, and the Pirates have the lead.
Pirates were ice cold from outside in the first half, Jeff. It was UNC Wilmington that was shooting 63% from three-point range. The Pirates have turned it around, and Jerry Wainwright is going to ask for a 20 right now to try to stop this ECU run. The Pirates extremely emotional on their bench right now.
Pirates with a 2-point lead, 51-49, and 12:58 to go. And Trey, I don't know if this is the game plan or not for Joe Dooley, but they're shooting 3s almost every time down the floor. They're penetrating and pitching. And Meadows is shooting 3s. Parham shooting 3s. It looks like they've decided to jack some up here in the second half.
Well, Jeff, the first 7 to 8 minutes of the first half, you know, the Seahawks were so concerned with Dink Peters inside, and they start concentrating on him, and it's going to open up some outside shots. There's the one by Othello Meadows, and you got Garrett Blackwelder takes a pass in the corner here. And that's money from the corner for Garrett Blackwelder.
Garrett, a 41%er. He's now 6th in the CAA in three-point field goal percentage. He's hit 3 threes tonight.
You know, the Pirates could have easily packed it in here in the last regular season game after losing 3 in a row, the toughest place to play in the conference. They are really showing some class by coming up big here tonight in the second half.
They're up 2 with 12:40 to go. Simmons in the paint, Skies, and hits the jumper. Man, what a shot.
He has got a strange-looking shot, Jeff. He probably hangs after jumping up before taking the shot more than any other player I've ever seen. Kind of a Michael Cooper shot.
He's 3 inches shorter than Garrett Blackwelder, and you can see he just soared over the top. The Dinkster's back in and going to work. Pratt gets the rebound. We're tied at 51, nearing the 12-minute mark. Here comes Simmons again. Look out. Got it to go. He's putting on a clinic.
Exact same spot that he hit over Garrett Blackwelder the time before.
The dribble drive, the jump stop, and then the soar with a jump shot to the basket.
And he kind of jumps back after he's driven in to give himself some room, because he's not that tall, to give himself some room to get the shot off. And he's really proficient with it. He's a nightmare to guard one-on-one. Out of Winder, Georgia, Stan Simmons. He's a candidate for Player of the Year in the league. Here's Edwards going up strong, and he got it to go. And there's a guy who was preseason a candidate for Player of the Year. I think he'll definitely be CAA, all CAA when this season is over, with Raphael Edwards answering Stan Simmons' shot. Big hoop because it ties it. Byington to Kozanet. Kozanet way short. Dink got him on the arm, and Peters will get his second foul. This crowd in the second half is really yet to reach the fever pitch it was at late in the first half, but you can feel it building in here, Jeff.
Kozinets will go to the line for UNC Wilmington. Let's take another look. The left-hander, and Dink got him on the arm.
May have gotten him on the arm a little bit. See if the Belarus Bear can stick the foul shots.
He's a good free throw shooter.
Another look at this exchange.
He's a very good free throw shooter. You might think here's a big guy at 6'10", and maybe he can't shoot free throws very well, but he is outstanding. 83% from the line. Neil Punt back in for the first time playing tonight since December 20th when he broke his foot.
And Victor Ebong is about to check in for UNC Wilmington too. One of the other players from Omaha, Nebraska on the court, Othello Meadows being the other one.
Kozinets was a CAA All-Rookie selection his first year, and he gets the next one to go.
Media timeout.
So a couple of free throws from the Belarus Bear, and the Seahawks lead by 2. It's 55-53, 11:15 to go. We're coming right back. The Pirates tie this thing up on this basket by Raphael Edwards, and a good move on the block tray by the big guy.
That's one of those moves we've grown accustomed to over the past 2 years. It's going to be difficult to see number 32 end his Pirate career next season, or after this season.
Seahawks lead by 2. Pirates bring it up. Aliko Dunk off the bench, back into the ball game.
Well, I'd say one guy that's been quiet for Wilmington tonight is Mark Byington, only 6 points at halftime. And Stan Simmons has been generating a lot of the offense for Jerry Wainwright's team, but you cannot forget number 3 Byington, the senior, if he gets hot from downtown.
Raphael Edwards, long shot. Byington gets the rebound. Neil Punt falls down and gets back up. He's all right. Here's a 3 by Byington. We just talked about him. He missed it. Scramble on for the loose ball, and Donlin runs it down. Here's Simmons. Pirates trying to cut him off and keep him from getting in the paint where he can just jump over people and score. Donlin and Aliko Dunk can't believe he got called for a foul, but he did.
The referees are kind of tightening the screws here in the second half, and well, you really hope it's not the same scenario the Pirates have had to deal with the past 3 games where they've gone to the line about half as many times as their opponents have.
That's exactly right, Trey. The opponents in the last 3 games in the second half have gone to the line 70 times against East Carolina. East Carolina has gone to the line 29 times.
Amazing in the game, the home game against JMU, the loss on senior night, ECU went to the line for 1 free throw the entire second half, while the Dukes went there 21 times. You just don't see that kind of disparity. It's amazing.
It's killed the Pirates here in this 3-game losing streak they've had. They've lost them at the free throw line. Got a final in CAA action tonight. Old Dominion beat George Mason. ODU 70 and George Mason 66.
The Patriots are kind of fading here at the end, and if the Pirates were to lose this game tonight, that comes in big because George Mason takes on James Madison on Monday, and if Madison were to win that game combined with a Pirate loss, it's time for the dreaded play-in game for Joe Dooley and company.
Foul went against Raphael Edwards, his second. That's 5 on the Pirates. Wilmington's fouled 4 times here in the second half. Here's Simmons against Parham. Gives it up to Byington. Victor Ebong back in there now. Billy Donlin controls up top. Goes behind his back. Good move in the paint. Missed another short one. That's 4 he's missed.
I don't think Billy Donlin goes behind his back with the dribble more than 5 times a year. You saw one right there.
Parham's got it on the wing. Here's Dunk. Raphael. Double team, and called for a traveling violation. He got caught in the trap. Seahawks lead by 2, 9:56 to go. Raphael Edwards in the first half led the Pirates with 11. He's got 13. 1 bucket here in the second half.
Pirates are kind of playing small right now. Raphael Edwards and Neil Punt, the 2 playing the 2 forward positions. Garrett Blackwelder, Aliko Dunk, and Tony Parham in that 3-guard set. But the size is getting ready to come back in as Dink Peters is at the scorer's table.
Going baseline, shot is up and good. Tedero Pratt, he's been the man of the hour for the Seahawks tonight.
Really the first time in the second half he's shown any of the flashes of athleticism that he showed off in the first half.
Seahawks by 4. Pirates need a hoop. Blackwelder's played well. Garrett's had a couple games where he's not scored as much here the last 2. He's come back tonight and played well. Pirates forced to pass. Pratt to steal, and behind the back into the forecourt. guy's an athlete. See if he'll hit the three. No. Rebound on the other side by Simmons. Good look. Ebong going up. And he's tied up. Jump ball situation.
Well, that was a heads-up play by Raphael Edwards. Even before Ebong was able to get the ball over his head to get a shot off, Raphael had his hands right on it. Wilmington will retain possession.
Watch this great look by Simmons.
So even before Ebong is really able to get the ball up to shooting position, there's Edwards there to tie him up.
Terrific block by Raphael. One at the defensive end. Twice this year he's been the CAA Player of the Week. 13 times this year he's led the Pirates in scoring. Here's Kozanek. Neal punt, gets the rebound. Good to see that big guy.
It really is good to see Neal back on the floor after that broken foot.
He's 6'8.5" and 240, and the Pirates need that big body back in there to battle inside. We got a whistle and a foul, and Kozanek is going to get it.
You know, I think Dink Peters is really showing off some of his experience there. I don't think Oleg Kozanek is going to move Dink Peters around a whole lot, but I think Dink let him push him out of the low post just to give the guys that he was getting pushed around, and then Oleg got the foul because of it.
Danny Dahl back in for UNC Wilmington. 5 fouls on each team. 8:39 to play, and the Pirates down just 4, playing at Trask tonight. Whistle again. Comes from underneath the basket. And another foul on UNCW.
You know, Jeff, it was at this point in the game in Greenville on January 24th with Wilmington leading by 1 in that one. The Seahawks were able to go on an 8-zip run, which was really kind of the end of it for the Pirates.
Peters to Meadows to Edwards. And we've got another push. And they're blowing the whistle against the Seahawks right now. Well, this is kind of nice if you're a Pirate fan to see this, because it's been the reverse the last 3 ball games.
It's definitely a nice change-up. We're going to look at the foul here. It's Keith Spencer trying to keep Raphael from driving the lane. And that, you know, again, is a questionable call, I would say. But the referees are tightening the screws here in the second half. And you're keeping the fouls over there. Keith Spencer had 2 quick in the first half, Jeff. I'm not sure how many fouls he has now.
He's got 3 as the free throw went up, and good by Raphael Edwards, and Edwards will have another one coming up. Raphael, the 3rd leading scorer, 2nd leading rebounder in the Colonial. He's had 8 double-doubles this year. It's double figures in points and rebounds, and he misses the free throw, and it's run down in the corner by Spencer. There you see a look at the packed house here tonight at Trask, 6,100. Couldn't get a ticket before the game.
Yeah, but the Pirates have done pretty well in keeping the crowd out of this one.
Danny Dahl's got the ball. He'll kick it to Donlin. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dahl to Donlin. Donlin sees an opening. Dumps it off, going to the basket. It's good. Peters the foul. Victor Ebong out of Omaha, Nebraska gets the layup.
Out of Burke High School, the former Bulldog comes up with a 3-point play there, and this could put Wilmington up 6 now. And here's another look as Donlin dumps it off to Ebong, who hangs up and gets Dink Peters to hit it with the body.
Yeah, Dink didn't get him.
They got him with the body. Dink's flipping his hands back because he couldn't get his hands on the ball. And with this foul shot now, Victor Ebong, who does not get much playing time here at Wilmington.
It's a free throw. A native of Nigeria. His brother Ben plays basketball at Davidson. He gets the free throw. And it's 60-54. The Seahawks lead it by 6 with 7 minutes and 56 seconds to go as Joe Dooley looks to rally the troops for the Pirates here. We're coming right back to Trask after this. There's a Seahawk. He's fired up because Wilmington is up by 6, 60-54 with 7:56 to go. The Pirates have played their hearts out again here tonight, and they played well. And they still have a chance to win this one here in the last 7:56. Look at Joe Dooley, fired up on the sideline. Joe, one of the bright young coaches in college basketball.
It's been a tough season for Dooley. And all the Pirates this year picked to finish 2nd in the conference, and now battling as hard as they can to stay out of the conference tournament play-in game.
And that's what's been tough because the expectations were so high. Picked to finish 2nd in the league. Edwards tries to dish it down low, and he lost the handle. Stolen by Byington, and here comes Billy Donlin. They call him Billy the Kid. He looks like he's about 13 years old.
No, he's not a guy that dazzles you with his speed, but he handles the ball very well and never turns it over.
He gets inside, and Peters says hello. He rejects it, but Blackwelder can't save it as Garrett dives for the loose ball. 23 blocks now for Dink, 7th in the CAA. Blackwelder always sacrifices his body going for those loose balls.
Have another look at Donlin trying to go inside, and Dink says, "Good night now."
Get out of here.
And Garrett goes diving after it and almost takes out a photographer in the corner. That guy's kind of cringing as Garrett dives for him.
He's frozen. He can't
see
move.
Your whole life flashing in front of you there.
He was just sitting there frozen.
I've been there many a time. It's not real fun, especially on the football sidelines.
Wilmington's got the ball. Here goes Simmons. Look at him leap to the basket. He missed the shot, and Blackwelder stays with it and gets the rebound. Blackwelder into the forecourt. Good move by Garrett all the way to the basket. He's fouled. Three-point play coming up for Garrett Blackwelder.
Jeff, you know that the Seahawks just expected Garrett Blackwelder to dish that one off, and it was just a walk right down the middle of the path. Garrett Blackwelder never had to fake or anything. Just went right to the hoop, and we'll see it here. You had two players on either side of him, and Garrett goes right in and a chance for a three-point play now. Donlin and Byington both thought he was going to pass it off. That's the easiest three-point opportunity Garrett will come up with.
He missed the free throw, and it's a 4-point game. Donlin brings it back up top to Ebong, to Byington, who's been quiet, and Meadows is going to foul him as he penetrates to the basket. Oh, will pick up his second foul.
As much as I hate to point this out, Jeff, it looks like Tony Parham caught an elbow or something, and he's walking around a little bit gingerly right now.
Meadows goes out.
Yeah, Tony's kind of crouched over at the free throw line, and there's one guy who's dealt with injury throughout his career. It's been Tony Parham.
Here's Byington. He was the AA high school player of the year in the state of Virginia coming out of Salem. Looked at his stats the other day. He's improved his scoring average every year he's been here at Wilmington.
They're going to get a lane violation, it looks like, on Keith Spencer, and that's a crucial error at this point in the game. I don't know if Raphael Edwards may have suckered him into that a little bit.
Stepped in the lane, and the Pirates get the basketball, and that'll help with 6:50 to go. Down 4 is Aliko Dunk, with Dunk right there on his right arm, as you can see.
You know, the run that the Seahawks went on, that 11-3 run in the second half, Pirates are really fortunate to only be down 4 with just under 7 minutes to go. Very, very winnable game for Dooley's team.
It would be huge, too, if the Pirates could come down here and get this one against the first-place team in the league. Dunk to Blackwelder. Up top to Parham. Tony spinning in the paint. Finds Blackwelder for the three. Rimmed out. Rebound. Pulled off inside by Billy the Kid. Donlin going to the basket, and he's pushed on the way to the hoop. He doesn't look like he's going very fast, but he's able to penetrate and get in there.
And Aliko's been called for several fouls on Donlin tonight. On the offensive end, Pirates are getting the kind of look they want from Garrett Blackwelder at the top of the key, but they've been so close at times through these last 7-8 games, but at times those inches have been like miles, as Joe Dooley puts it.
Billy Donlin's dad's a basketball coach, and Donlin will put the free throw up and hit it. He was a CAA All-Rookie. He's been averaging 36 minutes out of 40, of course, and he very rarely comes out. Gets a couple here. Great assist-to-turnover ratio. If it's 2-to-1, it's outstanding. He's got 143 assists, only 64 turnovers. That's
amazing.
Terrific.
Yeah.
He doesn't turn it over. That's why he's out there. 62-56. Pirates with the ball. Here's Dunk. Pirates need a hoop. Dink Peters back in there, and so is Raphael Edwards. Tony to the line. We'll hit it. And Tony gets the basket to go.
Yeah, there was nothing doing inside. They could not get the ball to Dink, and so Tony just created for himself, and we've seen Tony do that more so this year than previous years in his career.
Stan Simmons will hit it again. That's 3 threes for the guy they call Slingshot.
Can't give him any room at all. Cannot give him an inch